Hello and welcome to episode 4 of No Country for Old Pens. We are starting the 2021-22 free agency season. Just as a reminder, we ended up basically, we ended up pretty much just on the outside of the playoffs last year. So my theory is we don't have to get much better to get back into the playoffs. We'll see this when we get into free agency, but the main holes are we probably want to upgrade. We need some more scoring. We have a couple holes in the forwards group that we could probably fill, and we're going to have at least one defenseman who's a free agent, and if we can upgrade him or at least hold steady on him, that, just those incremental improvements probably ought to be enough to get us into the playoffs again. So let's start by looking at what contracts we've got. The good news is right now we've got 19 million in cap space. So I mean we've got money to go get somebody good as long as they're available. And in terms of positional flexibility, the bottom six as a whole is such a work in progress that we could put somebody anywhere. And specifically, if we had to move Jared McCann from center to wing to accommodate a center, we could. Mangiapane didn't really advance much. He's still 79 overall. Hosang only went from a 79 to an 80. So neither of those guys turned into oh my god, yes, they're going to be good in the future. Dubé, on the other hand, did advance. I think he was a 79 before, and now he's an 81. So Dubé may actually still have some room to grow. So I don't want to give up on him just yet. But that's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's look at what we got in terms of contracts. Start with our UFAs. Now the first one here is David Savard, and at his age and at his overall 82 overall for a 30-year-old guy, and he was making like $4.5 million. Actually, I think it was like 4.25. I think I am willing to take my chances and throw him back. And worst case, we can probably just go after him again in free agency, and maybe he gets a slight pay raise. I'm willing to take that risk. And I pre-scouted the free agent pool a little bit, and there do look like there's going to be some other guys out there. Tyson Barrie was a possibility. A couple other guys. It's hard to tell. It's always kind of hard to tell at this point because it's heavy on RFAs, and obviously other teams can re-sign guys and then they're not available when you go to get them. So I think I'm going to let Savard walk and see what I can do as far as a replacement. Oops. What did I just do? Oh, did I advance a day? Sorry, I accidentally advanced a day, and my scouts and coaches looked like one of them did not re-sign, so I may have to address that. But let's do these decisions first. So Savard, I think I'm going to go ahead and release him. Now the next three kind of fall into the same bucket. Jankowski, Aston Reese, and Sevier. They're all UFAs. They're all in the realm of $1 million. So it really depends on what their ask is. If they're asking for something reasonable about what they were getting last year, I'll probably go ahead and renew them. Though the flip side here is, theoretically, if I'm upgrading Mangiapane to somebody better, Mangiapane falls in the depth chart and he becomes one of my depth forwards, so maybe I don't need one of these guys. And of the three, Sevier is the oldest, so I think I'm probably going to let Sevier walk either way. And then with Jankowski and Aston Reese, it'll be what they want. So what are they asking? Okay, $1 million. Yeah, I can do $1 million for Jankowski. He's fourth line. Aston Reese was a depth forward last year. See, he's asking 1.2, 1.5. That's a lot for a guy who's not even in the starting room. Let me hold off on that. Sevier, on the other hand, what's he want? $2 million. Okay, he's definitely not getting kept. So we're going to release Sevier. This next bet, I'll try to lowball Aston Reese. Try to get him back in at like 1.3. So modest raise over what he had last year. If he doesn't like it at that point, I might let him walk and just figure out a new depth. Because I got some guys in the minors who can jump up, like Lafferty. Okay, then this next batch, we have Trotman, Gaudreau, Curry, and Kuzman, who are like the old veterans. And unless they want to accept two-way deals, I don't expect any of these guys to be worth keeping around. So let's see what they want. Yeah, one-way deal, two-way deal. So I'll keep Gaudreau because he wants a two-way deal. And two-way deals under $1 million, I usually give them what they're asking. Curry, okay, he's willing to take a two-way. And Kuzman, he's willing to take a two-way deal. So, alright, I'll keep those guys around. But since Trotman wants a one-way deal, I'm going to go ahead and let him walk too. And these are the two young guys. I guess these are probably guys who never signed their ELC. And Pustonen, he's at the low end of maybe still having some potential, but probably not. Areola, a 55 overall at age 20, and his potential taps out at 7th defenseman. I'm going to release him. If Pustonen's willing to take it, let me see what he's willing to take. A two-way deal, 900. I'll give him one more chance to see if he plays a little better. If he doesn't, then we'll whack him fairly shortly. Okay, so there's our UFAs. Oh, I think we might have a UFA goalie. I think, and Lagasse, as an AHL starter, assuming he doesn't want her to kill his money. Okay, yeah, that's fine. 800 two-way deal for Lagasse. We'll bring him back. Oop. Too far out. Now let's look at the RFA situation. Okay, what's Dubé asking? 1.475. Hosang wants $2.5 million. Let's qualify those two for now. Perlini, he wants a one-way deal as well. Maybe he takes over for Aston Reese. I'm going to hold off on his decision and see what Aston Reese comes back with. If Aston Reese rejects, maybe I'll just let Aston Reese walk and then sign Perlini. Bowie, he wants a one-way deal. Ugh. I mean, I'm going to try to clear out as many two-way deals as possible here real quick. So he's 65, already 25 years old, and his AHL bottom 6. We're going to release that dude. And Palayarvi, 22-year-old, 64 overall, 7th D potential. Let me give him one more year to see if he turns it into anything. I think we also had a Larmy was also. He's about to fall out of prospectiness. I think in his case, I might take a chance and see what else is in the thing. Just to open up a spot in my goaltending pool, see if I can find anything in free agency. So I think I'm going to actually let Larmy walk. Let's go quickly take a look at that coaching situation. Okay, so we... Oh, none of those guys re-signed. Well, I can deal with the it's the minor league coaching staff. I can deal with it later. Go ahead and advance a day and see who does and doesn't sign. Okay, Jankowski resigns. Aston Reese does not sign. Sign. Renew. Renew. Oh, Lagos is going to go ahead and possibly walk. Interesting. I don't really want to give him any more money. He is only the minor league starter, and he's not like prospecty in any way. Alright, so what do we got left at this point? On the UFA front, Aston Reese is it. And Lagos, again, I don't want to give him any more. Well, let's make it a two-way deal. We'll give him a little bit more money. If he doesn't accept that, I don't care. So now Perlini, I think we're going to go ahead and offer him Aston Reese's money. And we will qualify RFA Bowie. And sorry, Zach, we're going to release you. So, let's let that roll. Okay, a little bit more money got Lagos to sign. Perlini re-signed. Okay, so the depth forwards may end up being Perlini and Mangiapane, assuming I get someone to push him down the depth chart. So, let me just double check. I think that takes care of all of our free agents at this point. Okay, except these three who are all qualified. And I'm willing to bring all of them back. I just don't want to necessarily tie up the money until I see what the major guys sign for. So, yeah, we've got 40 contracts signed at this point. 18.5 million in cap space. I think we are looking good for free agency. So, let's get moving to free agency then. Okay, I guess I'm going to be forced to hire some coaches. An AHL head coach. Actually, I basically need my entire AHL staff. Well, I'm going to go with a forwards guy to match. I'm just going to offer contracts blind. I'm not going to worry about the interview process either. Assistant coach. I like assistant associate P generalists. Alright, Boumediene was a C, so I'd like to do better than Boumediene. Lars Ersberg. And then an associate coach. No, D. Let's try to get somebody decent. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just want to get some guys in there. In fact, I might even pause the video and just take care of this separately. And then I need a goalie specialist. And the thing we're gonna look here for here is teaching ability. Amir Buse, Kozlov, A+ teaching, Arya Kwiatkowski. Alright, you're getting the offer. Alright, now here's where things get fun. Alright. Centers. Not that great. Stahl, Bukestad, Krejci, Johansson. There's certainly some guys who might be an upgrade on McCann, or certainly, I mean, it would be an upgrade on the bottom, but I mean, on the fourth line, but that's not, there's no one there that's like, hell yeah, get that guy on my team. Now, left wing, Hall, Hoffman, Gusev, these are all potentially good pickups. So I'd be looking at the real Taylor Hall's probably, it'd be interesting to put Hall and Crosby together and then Gensel on a second line. I'd even accept Hoffman, I suppose. Right wing, okay, right wing is kind of, well, it's kind of bleak to be perfectly honest. I mean, if actually Hosang is the fourth best person on there, then right wing is a bit rough. But I could move McCann, I could take a guy somewhere else and move McCann to right wing if I wanted to do something like that. Defense, and actually Savard is showing as the second best defenseman in the pool. Interesting. I may go after Ryan Murray for the defense spot. So let's see what we can do. Do we want to go in on Taylor Hall, or do we want to try to save $1 million or $2 million? Let's get in on Taylor Hall. What the hell? We got the money. He'd make he'd make an amazing line mate for Crosby. So, that would take him out till age 36. Let's try to pull 1 year off that deal in exchange for going up on money. Alright, so Hall gets an offer. And let's give Ryan Murray an offer. Defense pair 3. Oh, he's a lefty. Okay, that's a little bit of a problem. I kind of more wanted a right D. I mean, I could bump Yusei Ricola from the lineup, but Tyson Barrie? Well, left third pair for him. I would have thought he'd be a little better than that. Well, I'm gonna try to go with Tyson Barrie. Okay, between the two, that's what, 9 million, 14 million. So I have like 3 or 4 million left under the cap with those two guys. Do I want to go in on anybody now, or do I want to kind of watch the market develop a little bit? Let's leave it as it is for now, because I still also have to re-sign my RFAs potentially. So let's see, we'll go out to about the 4th, because that's about when people start signing. Nah, I don't need that deal. Janik declined. Poor staff chemistry. Okay, Howard signed as the associate coach. Kwiatkowski did not sign, so I'm only one coach so far. Lovely. Well, I want the free agent situation resolved first. Barry went to Detroit. Crap. Alright. We're still in on... We're still in on Hall. Montour, maybe? He's fairly young, mid-career, 27 years old. Let's try to get Montour. Yes! Taylor Hall joins the Pens. That's going to be big. That's going to be exciting. And that, I'm assuming I'm going to put Hall and Crosby together, and then Gensel moves down to the second line. And Montour signs. Alright, I got my 2 big signings in. Nice! Okay. Sorry for multitasking, but I'm going to go back to the coaching staff and do another pass at that. So I have my AHL associate coach at this point. Janik was the one who turned me down the first time. Let's try Pielmeyer. I kind of want to stick with forwards as the focus. Eventually, if this doesn't work, I'll punt it to the off season and do like the full interview process, and I'll probably even just do that off camera or whatever, because that's kind of boring. Assistant coach. And now we need a goalies coach. And we're looking for a good teaching primarily. Wojtek Neuwirth, A+. Sebastian Ertmeyer. Alright, Sebastian, you're getting the offer. Alright, so we got some new coach offers. Let's go back to our RFAs and see how they're looking. Okay, at this point, I have $7 million under the cap. Oh, who's still on the market, free agents wise? Fiala, interesting. Got speed, he's a sniper. Now, is there Tatar? Of course, left wing I can't really go much deeper because now I'm Hall, Gensel, Zucker on, and then fourth line is Tanev, but I mean I'm pretty deep at left wing. So that's what center got available at this point. Eric Stahl, Johansson, Holla, Galchenyuk, Danault. What's he asking? It's age 20. Let me go Danault and then move McCann to right wing. That'll be an interesting possibility. He's 28 years old. Yeah, let's try that. Give Dubé a contract. We'll offer Hosang a contract, though. He's almost at the point where if someone wanted to offer me You know, I'm gonna let him ride and see if anyone offers on him. I almost wouldn't mind the pick for him. Okay, so Peelmeyer does not accept. Bergevin accepts. They had two of 4 coaches. Hartmeyer does not accept. Okay, Dan also. Man, Detroit sniping my guys. What the hell, Detroit? I mean, I could go Galchenyuk, but his time in Pittsburgh left such a bad taste in my mouth that I'm not feeling that, really. Zingle, maybe? Is he somebody to add? I mean, it'd be an upgrade over Hosang. I mean, because that's what we're basically looking at is whoever. If I go for someone here, they bounce Hosang out of the lineup, or at least bounce him down to the 4th line. Also, let me check Ryan if anyone took somebody got Ryan Murray. Okay. Oh, I don't really care about goalies. I don't think I'm going to try to upgrade my goaltending at this point. But, okay, nothing's jumping out as the guy. While we're poking around, let's see if we can find any steals. Soderstrom is considered an elite, but I'm not sure I really believe that. Let's get this Olaf Lindblom. 52 overall, though, but they're saying he's a starter. Evan Cormier. Philip Guts. Let's give him a contract offer, since that'll be a 2-way deal. He's showing as elite, so let's. Then again, yeah, how seriously should you take these ratings when Jack Johnson is considered elite as well? Something to think about. I mean, part of me, it's like, do I want to spend money just to spend money? On the other hand, you got Thomas Tatar sitting out here. Nobody's really making an offer on him. Well, he's got offers on him, but, I mean, I could afford to bring Tatar in. Let's see, who would fit on right wing? I keep feeling like I want to add someone else, but on the other hand, adding Taylor Hall is already a pretty big sign. So, I mean, do I really have to add anybody else? The answer might be no. I mean... look at my roster for a second, actually. Center, we got Crosby, who's a playmaker. I mean, I know chemistry is more complicated than that. Dubois is a power forward. McCann's a two-way. I'm really looking at top 9 here. Gensel's a sniper, Hall's a sniper, Zucker's a two-way. And at right wing, Kapanen's a two-way, Tuck's a power forward, and Hosang was a playmaker. So I think maybe I do want to re-sign Hosang, because he'll put a playmaker on one of those lines, which would be kind of useful. I'm a little frustrated how much money he wanted, but let's go ahead and do some re-signing of that. Let's try to get him to sign for $2 million. Apparently my dog thinks that's a good offer. I mean, Eric Stahl's a playmaker. That would, but I don't. 7.8 million. That's pretty steep for that dude. 36 years. I wonder if I could bring him in on a 1-year or 2-year deal. Yeah, for a lot cheap. Maybe I wait on Stahl for the dollars to come down and just try to lowball them. Because then put Stahl as third line center, move McCann out to right wing. Except, oh wait, then that kind of defeats the purpose of re-signing Hosang, because then Hosang is either fourth line or depth forward. Let's advance a couple days to see if I can get those RFA signings down. See how much money I actually have left. Okay, Phillips went with a different club. Dubé rejected. Alright, we got Gustafson. And Hosang rejected. Okay. Interesting. So we still have $6 million under the cap. Jack Johnson is not elite. You lie. What is wrong with you? Corey Perry may have been elite years ago, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. Coming back to this idea of maybe lowballing Eric Stahl and seeing if he wants to play for us for a year or two. What did I offer Dubé last time? I think I went all the way down to like 1.2, so I did 1.25. You know what, Dubé actually, let's see. Alright, so he's not going to take this, but I'm just going to, just for grins, I offer him like $3 million and see what happens. If he signs for $3 million, I'll take him. But I don't think this is going to work. Okay, Dubé is back in the fold. Hosang's back. Alright. Boy, people really want Jankowski, don't they? We could go get Koivu. Alright, there is now pretty much nothing else out there worth taking. Or at least nothing that's a game changer. It's all just kind of sifting through the same names, trying to find something that agrees with you. And I've got 45 contracts at this point, so at this point, let me just run Stahl out the rest of the way and see if he signs or rejects. And then I'll probably... Alright, nope, well, I lowballed you. Okay, well, I feel like it's weird. Part of it is I'm also used to playing expansion franchises, so it's like expansion franchises, those first couple years are really volatile, and so I'm kind of not used to just fill 2 or 3 holes and just be done. It's a little bit of a weird sensation. Wait, Nedeljkovic, if that's how you pronounce it. Let's bring him in to compete. Actually, Stastny is a playmaker. Maybe bring him in on a 1-year deal. Because I do need more guys with the playmaker style. I'm going to give Stastny a 1-year deal. Why not? It doesn't break the bank. It doesn't permanently push anybody out of a job. Worst case, Dubé goes to the minors for a year. And then comes back later, or maybe I trade Jankowski if I have 4 centers. Hey, Stastny's aboard. Take another run at coaching staff. So he's a head coach and a goalie coach for the AHL. Janik rejected. Pielmeyer rejected. Capaduca is the next one. just do New Earth. We skipped, for some reason I skipped over him the first time. Let's go grab him. And I still have an offer on Nedeljkovic, or however the hell you pronounce it. I think so. Yes. There's a signing. Oh, I'm still... Wait, the role I offered is filled? What did I miss? I thought that was the guy who... I'm a little confused, but I'll have to sort that out later. So I thought that was the guy who retired. Oh, I forgot to change his offer from assistant to goalie coach. Right. I know, that's what happened. Because goalie coach, you actually have to specifically go in and tweak. Sorry. I do so little stuff with the goalie, with the coaches. There we go. Let's try this. And New Earth signed, so I have a goalies coach now. I finally have a full roster again. I mean, mentally I'm filing away that people want Jankowski, but I'm not, I'm not going to make a deal right now. I'm going to at least see how preseason goes. So, alright, I think we have enough of a roster. I mean, what do we got left? I think we're up to like 47 contracts. We've only got like $3 million under the cap. There's nobody, there doesn't appear to be anybody all that interesting still in the free agent pool. I mean, unless I just want to go panning for gold and grab some 20-year-olds that have good-looking stats. So, I mean, I think that's pretty much going to be it for now. So, I'm going to go ahead at this point and forward to next season, and that is where we will pick things up on our next episode. After everyone and their mother offers me something for Jankowski. We'll get through eventually. Oh, right, I got Bowie. Well, at this point, I might just go ahead and... Oh, he accepted the offer anyways. Okay. Well, he's aboard. I'd forgotten about him entirely, if I'm being honest. Captains should still be Crosby, Zucker, and Dumoulin. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to worry about lines until after preseason. Okay, Stasny's going to wear number 25. Taylor Hall, number 4. That's an interesting number choice for him. I mean, I'm okay with it. It's an interesting... I mean, you don't see guys, a lot of forwards go that low, but I don't mind. It's kind of distinctive. So, I mean, we could play... I might play around with some proposed lines, but I'll probably get into that next time. So... let's... Oh, it's got tandem scratched right now. Actually, that fourth line's kind of raggedy, isn't it? Well, oh boy. Okay. And Montour does not seem to have any chemistry. Alright, that'll be at least enough to get us into the season, and we'll deal with that next time. So now we're finally done. Next time we'll pick up the 2021 preseason and go from there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next.